Hello and welcome everyone to the team kickoff meeting. This is Jay and we will be going over our new project that is going to officially begin today. It's going to be tentatively titled the Quality Systems Remediation Project. Before we get into the actual meat of the meeting, let's go over the agenda for tonight. I'll briefly go over the quality organization overview, a summary of recent FDA inspection, the team organization for this project, some of the key stakeholders, project and business objectives, project deadlines, and most importantly, the Q&A session. And I'm looking forward to some great discussion towards the end. So let me give you a brief idea of the quality department. The way it functions is that we have different spokes in the wheel, such as excellence in management, we need continuous improvement, we need client satisfaction, and very important among everything else is integration of these different systems. However, in the recent past, the FDA, which is the Food and Drug Administration, on one of its inspection has noted that the team that we have here in the lab has compromised with the quality, which is not a good sign and it's disappointing, believe me. So based on the memo that was circulated to everybody, we already know what the outcome of the inspections are, but I'm just going to highlight some of the most important aspects that were pointed out to us in the inspection that concluded in August. Some of the most important ones are compromised internal quality standards, which is no excuse. We've always set high internal standards so that even if sometimes we do not meet them, we've always met the market specifications. So that's a strict no-no. And some cases of instrumentation being used which was not calibrated, some of the chemical reagents were found to have expired. These are things that are not acceptable. And poor adherence to the current good manufacturing practices. I mean, guys, the last bullet point here is very important. If we receive one more citation about poor adherence, this is not going to bode well for the company. Before we go into the objectives of the project, let me give you a brief overview of the team and the organization. We have the CEO, who's one of the sponsors. Patrick is going to be here shortly. I'm sure this underscores the importance of this project and the level of priority that the company has placed it on. Then we have the Vice President of Quality. We have the Director of Quality, who's going to be the major sponsor. He's going to attend our weekly meetings and track the progress and report to his two superiors. Then it's me, Jay, in the role of Project Manager. And then we have 4 different branches that are going to work together on this project, which is the PMO, the Project Management Office, the IT Department, the Quality Control Lab, and Quality Assurance. We have individual team leads for each of these branches, and then most important of all, there are multiple team members in each department. On this slide, I have just listed the different stakeholders for this project. They have their own jobs, but for this project they have been asked to perform some additional roles. For example, Tom here is the HR manager for this site, but he will also be a team lead in setting up the project management office, communicating the progress with the regulators, etc. Similarly, we have Terence, Timothy, and Tony in the role of team lead, who will attend the weekly meetings, present progress in their own department, and basically keep track of the happenings and make sure everything is in alignment with our plans. On this slide, I have listed primary objectives for this project, whose responsibility it is, what's the actual description of the project, and what it entails. For example, if we take HR, I believe that this project, the role of HR in this project is immense. For example, we need highly skilled workers in the lab who can perform testing in a fast-paced environment, and also perform testing following the standard procedures with high levels of integrity. Let me highlight the importance of performing testing according to set procedures. This is very important. We have been cited in the past for some number of deviations from the set procedures, and guys, that's not a good sign. You need to follow the set procedures. Make sure that the results are recorded, documented, and disposed of properly. No records can be deleted. No records can be manipulated with. Also, another important role in this project is going to be for the IT department. The FDA has highlighted certain glitches in the software that we use and how it's not reliable. So we will be establishing a strong IT department and improving the IT infrastructure across the site. Primary business objectives. This is what the bosses are interested in right now. We need to improve our relationship with the government. We need those prestigious government projects to, sustain ourselves financially. And the only way we are going to improve our credibility is by ensuring a successful remediation project. A couple of other important business objectives are going to be lifting of the ban on imports. Guys, we make a lot of money from imports. And if we don't get those cheap raw materials from Asian and Middle Eastern countries, we are going to end up acquiring those materials from local vendors, and it's going to increase our costs significantly. And then another important area is resuming the sale of Tylenol 850. That's our bread and butter product. We cannot lose that. My estimate is that sales are going to go up by $100 million just by making sure we get back the license that was revoked. On this slide, I've mentioned the different deadlines for this project. Each of you who is responsible for them are going to receive a separate email from me. These are not, the first 5 are not hard deadlines, but the 6th one, which is the reinstatement, that's going to be a very hard deadline. And ideally, we would like to, we have set 31 December 2017 as our project end date, and we hope to meet that with sufficient cooperation from all of you. So right now I would leave some time for any questions, comments, or concerns that you guys may have. I'd be willing to answer those. I would also like some input from you guys about the deadlines. Do you have any issues with any of them, or do you think we can meet them or not meet them? And finally, just remember, like Albert Einstein said, question everything. That's important.